Using magic for evil?
April 27th, 10 a.m. Penrose Theater stage. And that's how the evil magician, Mr. Roos, was defeated. See you for Act 2, everybody. Brava! Brava, Trucy! Wow, Apollo, wasn't that a great trick? You bet. I've never seen such a great magic act. Did you know they even featured Trucy's show on TV this morning? Penrose Theater, a well-known gateway to success for entertainers. It's here at this famous theater that we'll finally get to see Trucy Wright's Trucy in Gramarye Land, the long-awaited revival of the magic of Troupe Gramarye. Wow, that explains why there's a TV crew here to cover the show. This is the perfect opportunity to promote the Right Anything agency, too. After all, people look up things they see on TV, right? Wouldn't they be looking up the talent part and not the law part of our agency? Mamma mia, you're right. We'd get nothing but requests from Trucy's fans, wouldn't we? Oh well. Guess we'll just have to make it the old-fashioned way. My name is Apollo Justice. I'm a rookie lawyer with only about 2 years of experience under my belt. We're here to see Trucy's magic show. She's a fellow member of our agency. We came on behalf of our boss, Mr. Wright, who's away on a trip. Oh, did you hear, Apollo? Even though it's only her debut, her shows are completely sold out. What? Really? That's amazing. Voila, a star is born. Who knows how far she'll go? At this rate, nothing in the world can stop us. Wahahaha! You do realize this has nothing to do with you, right? This is Athena Cykes. She's another member of our agency. She may not look it, but at just 19 years old, she's a lawyer as well. What do you mean, she may not look it? Of course I look the part. Can't explain how exactly? Oh, come on, have a heart. Stop treating me like a child. That gadget around Athena's neck that spoke just now? That's Widget. Widget helps Athena out with her special field of expertise, analytical psychology. He also has a habit of blurting out whatever Athena's really thinking. Yeah, this little guy can be a little unruly at times. Hey, upgrade me already.
Your attention, please. The show will restart after a 20-minute intermission. We ask that you please be back in your seats before the next act. Thank you.
Hey, why don't we go say hi to Trucy in her dressing room during the break? Oh yes, let's go see the big star. I'm so nervous, what should I say to her? Whatever you usually say to her at the office every day.
April 27th, Penrose Theater dressing room.
So, this is Trucy's dressing room. Looks like she's busy over there with someone.
Can you sign this, please, ma'am?
Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? A fan asking for Trucy's autograph, maybe? I don't think so. Looks like some kind of contract.
Thank you very much. I'll get this to the producer right away.
Great. Thanks. Oh! Polly! Athena! You came. Of course. Congratulations on your big debut. Hee hee. Thanks. Who was that just now, by the way? Somebody from Take-Two TV. They want to turn my magic show into a TV special. They're planning to broadcast it nationwide. Hee hee. Can you imagine? Wow. You really are a big star. Hey, can I get your autograph later, Trucy? Sure. My signature is in high demand today. Would you like one too, Polly? Yeah, actually I would. Oops, looks like I ran out of flyers, so I'll have to sign your forehead instead. Hey, knock it off! Look, just forget about the autograph. This is Trucy Wright. She's a magician and Mr. Wright's adopted daughter. She's becoming quite renowned in the magic world these days for her impressive skills. A lot of people get this wrong, but Paula's actual job is being my magic assistant. No, you're the one who gets it wrong. Ooh, think you can do that trick you always do at the office for me, Trucy? Okay. Behold, the wondrous magic that can make anything disappear. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! My magic panties are an extra-dimensional galaxy. Brava, Trucy, brava! Okay, but why do we always have to make my attorney's badge disappear? Well, that's because out of everyone at the Right Anything Agency, you're the one I get the best reaction out of. That doesn't make my poor badge feel any better. Examination, eh? Interesting. Thanks again for inviting us, Trucy. Hee hee, thank you for coming. Your show sure packs a wallop. I nearly fell out of my seat when that dragon showed up. When it attacked you, whew, I was terrified, even though I knew it was all just part of the show. That's good, because that trick is the crowning glory of Act 1. I'm really glad you're enjoying the show. I heard your shows are completely sold out, Trucy. They say your fans were all over the tickets the instant they became available. Like hungry wolves going after their prey. Sounds like you've made a loyal pack of followers for yourself already, Trucy. But you two are the only ones who got a special VIP invitation from me. Today is just a dress rehearsal for the performers, staff, family, and friends. A general probe, eh? That's what they call it in Germany. The real show isn't until the day after tomorrow. By the way, are you going to finally do your magic panties trick on stage after the break? Sorry to disappoint anyone who came just to see my magic panties, but my next trick is completely new. I'm debuting it today. Oh, a new trick, eh? Are you gonna chop Apollo up into little lawyer bits? Funny, I don't recall ever agreeing to anything like that. While that does sound like a good idea, today's trick is a totally new Troupe Grammarly original. The entire future of the troupe is riding on the success of this special new trick. How so? This show is really important to me. It isn't like any of the other shows I've done. As rightful heir to the Troupe Grammarly repertoire of magic, this show is my first chance to unveil the tricks I've inherited. Troupe Grammarly, huh? Yeah, I have a poster of them hanging right over there. Feels like it's been ages since I've seen a picture of them. Troupe Grammarly was a group of magicians who dominated the magic world in their day. Trucy is the sole heir to the troupe's entire repertoire of stage magic. Huh? Who's this guy in green and purple on the left here? Oh, that's the great Mr. Roos, the other magician in today's show. He used to belong to Troupe Grammarly II a long time ago. Hey, so tell me more about this special magic you're gonna reveal today. It's a secret Troupe Grammarly trick, left behind by my late granddaddy, Magnifique Grammarly. It's never been performed before, so this is the first time it'll be seen by the public. The grand unveiling, huh? No wonder she's been working so hard. Well, I'd better get going. Huh? Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yep, because everything's gotta be just right. Trucy inherited all of Troupe Grammarly's magic tricks from her father when he died, and the troupe's entire legacy is now resting on her shoulders. No wonder she's feeling the pressure. Looks like everything's going well today, though. I mean, that last trick was perfect. Grace under pressure. That's me. After all, a true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. That's the Troupe Grammarly creed. It's hard to believe you've accomplished so much. Even though you're still in high school. But to tell you the truth, I'm actually pretty nervous. Who wouldn't be? Oh, I bet this would do the trick. You'll be fine, Trucy. If anybody can do it, you can. Polly, that was just the boost I needed. Thanks. Polo's fun sure has a way of really hitting you right in the heart. And in the ears. Enough ragging on my voice already. Trucy? Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, the fuck? It's almost... It's almost time for the setting night. Oh, okay. Thanks. Well, Apollo, Athena, enjoy the rest of the show. Break a leg, Trucy. Thanks. I will. I hope her new trick goes well. Hey, this is Trucy we're talking about. She'll be fine. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Oh. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know. I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that exactly? Hee, oh, nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me. She's gone. What was that all about? Judging by what she said, I'm gonna guess she's probably a magician too. Come on, Apollo, we've gotta get back to our seats now or we'll be late. Ow! Hey, stop pulling! Okay, let's see. Guess it's time to move back to the stage. Oh. We can't examine anymore. I'm sure there'll be time for that later. Alright. I'll be right back. Alright. It's time to see Trucy's new magic trick that that she's been working on. Let's move back to the stage. April 27th, Penrose Theater stage. Hurry up, Apollo, it's about to start. I want to see what Trucy's next trick is. You're really wound up today, aren't you? Why don't you take your seat and try to relax? Whoa, look! There's a TV reporter over there. With a TV camera and everything. Oh yeah, baby. Athena, sit down. You're blocking people's view. Yeesh, I feel like I'm babysitting here.
Hello everyone, I'm reporting from the beautiful Penrose Theater, where the public performance of Trucy in Gravity Land begins in just 2 short days. But today, they've very kindly agreed to give us a sneak preview. Isn't this exciting?
Apollo, do you think I was on TV just now? How should I know? But if you were disgracing our entire agency, that's for sure. Hey, what the heck is that supposed to mean? Ooh, here it comes!
Now, give up your dastardly ways! Huh? Over here. Come now, Mr. Hat. Offer the girl's life up to Mr. Rias and bring him back to life.
Just when and how did she make the switch?
You won't be reviving anyone today.
Wow, this is amazing! I have no idea how she escaped that coffin. I'm glad Trucy's escape trick went off without a hitch. And when I open the coffin, like this, inside you see... Mr. Roos? But how? I wonder what's going on. He's not getting up. Eek! Trucy! What just happened?
Oh man, an accident!
Is like that guy dead? Wait, that's not part of the act?
Attention please, for your own safety, we ask that everyone please evacuate the building.
What's going on? Is Trucy okay?
Outside everyone, evacuate immediately, please.
Whoa, hey! Stop grabbing me!
Trucy!
April 27th, Penrose Theater. Oh, they kicked us out.
Hey, what gives? Somebody please tell us what's going on? Poor Trucy, I hope she's okay. Hey, here comes that staff member from before. Your attention please, we regret to inform you that today's show has been cancelled. What? I was looking forward to the rest of it. We are very sorry, but the theatre is on lockdown pending a police investigation.
Excuse me, is it because of that accident? That man in the coffin, is he...
Well, we're still trying to figure things out, sir. But I can tell you that Mrs. Wright is fine. She wasn't injured, so please don't worry.
Thank goodness she's okay.
Hey, you there. Oh. What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me, for crying out loud. Oh, Mr. Retins. What? Retins? Mr. Retins. There was an accident during the show. An accident? Great, just great. That's, like, all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program?
You are?
Man behind the scenes, that too. This is a fine kettle of fish, let me tell you. Spending all this is going to be a real pain in my posterior, believe you me.
Spinning? As in covering it up?
Look, I gotta get inside. Seriously, can't a guy catch a break around here?
Well, there he goes.
Why did we go back to the office for now? I'm sure Trucy will call us once things have settled down.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Heh, my badge is shinier than yours.
Of course, yours is newer than mine. A great weathered finish like this only comes with age and experience.
What? I can get a finish just as good as that on my badge too, you know.
Getting it dirty on purpose doesn't count, Athena.
Pardon? What makes you think I'd ever do anything like that?
What an odd building.
The name Penrose Theater comes from the Penrose Triangle, an impossible object. It's called an impossible object because it only exists as an optical illusion.
An optical illusion?
Uh-huh. Just like how that cube on the front of the building isn't really a cube at all.
It isn't? It sure looks like a cube to me.
It's just the way it's shaded. The dark and light parts make it look like it's jutting outward towards us, but it really isn't.
What? It isn't?
Come on, let's take a look at it from over there.
Okay. What? You're right! That's so weird!
Now do you get it?
I think so. It's kind of hard to tell.
Okay, well, there you go. An apt name indeed for a magic show. Look, there's Trucy, front and center. So the show actually starts the day after tomorrow, huh?
I don't know if you've noticed, but you see that man in front of the poster? He's been standing there a long time looking at it.
Yeah, I noticed. And sometimes he kind of stretches his hand towards it a little bit.
Oh, I bet he's one of Trucy's fans. You think he's going to try to make off with it?
Who knows? Oh, look! I guess we don't have to worry. Every time the man reaches for it, the dog growls and pulls at his pant leg.
Yeah, it kind of begs the question, who's the master and who's the pet?
That's a very deep philosophical question there.
What are all these weird objects anyway? Are these supposed to be modern art? Like that clock? Is it just me, or are the hands moving awfully fast?
Ay caramba, what kind of clock doesn't show at the proper time?
Is that part of what makes it odd? Who knows? Hey, take a look at that man in front of the clock. He's trying real hard to set his watch to it. Hey, mister! Okay. Oh, okay. That's all part of the same thing. Okay. I guess that's it for now. Alright. Let's head back to the office. Yeah. There we go. April 27th, Write Anything Agency. It's no use. I can't get a hold of Mr. Wright. I wonder if something happened to him in Crane. Maybe he got caught up in some kind of trouble again, as always. Yeah, trouble's drawn to him like iron filings to a magnet. Hey, Apollo, speaking of Crane, they're showing something about it on TV right now.
There has been some surprising news coming out of the kingdom of Crane. The country recently saw defense attorney Phoenix Wright win a not guilty verdict. The first verdict of its kind in 23 years.
But Mr. Wright won a trial in Crane?
Lawyers are said to be highly disrespected in the kingdom of Crane, so Mr. Wright's win was an upset victory amidst entrenched hostility.
Wow, did you hear that? The first time in 23 years. Yeah, but what was he doing in court there in the first place? I thought he just went for a visit. So he was in some kind of trouble, just like we thought.
Next, an update on the unfortunate accident that occurred at the Penrose Theater.
Hey, now they're talking about the accident at Trucy's show.
Famed magician, the great Mr. Ruse, was skewered with a sword and died on the spot.
Oh no, so he really is dead.
And now, here's the footage of that deadly moment.
Hey. Girl. He was probably already dead before the stabbing.
Mr. Ruse's body isn't visible in this footage, but these are still very shocking images. The magician, Trucy Wright, is reportedly still only a high school student. Could it be that this unfortunate accident happened due to a lack of proper training? Did the young magician have enough experience, preparation, and knowledge? Some might say that Troop Gramarye should be held accountable for this incident.
Hey, what kind of biased reporting is this? Yeah, they're making it sound like it's all Trucy's fault.
Oh, we've just received more breaking news. Oh my! The young magician in question, Trucy Wright, is now under arrest on the charge of involuntary manslaughter.
What?
We will keep you updated as this unfortunate tale unfolds. Stay tuned.
Trucy's under arrest? She can't be. Paulo, we've got to do something. Yeah, let's get down to the detention center right away. But before I forget, I think I'll jot a few things down about the case. I'll just open up the court record with right bumper and flip to this bottommost tab here with left or right bumper to make a few notes. I can use it like a kind of to-do list. If I ever get stuck, I can just refer to these notes. Do we have time to examine now, or? I just watered Charlie, so he's looking pretty perky. For a guy whose desk is always a big jumbled mess, Mr. Wright never forgets to water Charlie. Sometimes I catch him staring at that plant and smiling. Must hold some special meaning for him. Could be. He did say Charlie's been in this office since his first days as a lawyer. He doesn't seem to want to talk about it much, though.
One thing's for sure, Charlie is no ordinary plant. I've always thought these shelves were a little awkward and hard to use.
Yeah, the shape doesn't really lend itself well to the concept of shelves. I mean, there's a hole in the top part and everything.
Did you ever notice that every now and then, things disappear when you put them inside? It's like the shelves remember that they used to be a magic prop or something.
Not the most useful piece of furniture in the world, to say the least.
I wonder what kinds of tricks Trucy uses these things for. Like this little guillotine, for example.
Well, a human head definitely wouldn't fit. So maybe something small and fuzzy.
Ew, that's disgusting. Not to mention cruel. Trucy would never do anything like that.
Ha! You didn't get mad at that. You didn't get mad that time. You didn't get mad that time Trucy put my head in the guillotine.
That's because you performed your role with such gusto. I mean, your screams were so realistic, I couldn't stop laughing.
That's because they were 100% real. It's yet another magic prop.
Oh, a hoop. I'm really good at that. How about you?
Nope. I just don't seem to have the knack for it.
I figured as much. After all, you're not really in tune with your body.
You do realize this hoop is used for the levitating woman trick, right?
What? It's not for the hula dancing?
And since you're really good at that...
No, what I meant was...
I think I'll recommend you to Trucy for the assistant role then. You can take over for me.
What did I hula myself into?
You've been hula hooped. Mr. Wright sure has a lot of law books and old case files.
It sure looks that way, doesn't it? But take a closer look. Most of those books and files have to do with magic.
Oh wow, you're right. They're just hidden behind law book covers.
Little by little, Trucy's taking over the whole office with her magic equipment.
I hate to admit it, but recently, I sometimes feel like I'm going to forget I'm even a lawyer when I'm here.
Sounds like Trucy's magic is starting to take over your brain too.
With everyone's personal items littering the office, this place is as messy as ever.
Yeah, take this loud jacket of yours, for example. It's been sitting here forever.
Loud? What do you mean loud? I love that jacket!
Oh yeah? Why don't you ever wear it then?
Well, last time I wore that jacket...
Oh, Polly, I'm so happy for you. You finally decided to take the plunge. Now you're ready for your stand-up comedy debut. You, Daddy, and Athena should form a group. I can see it now. Primary color punchlines.
Let's just say that jacket brings back painful memories.
Alright, well. We're done here, I guess. Alright. I'll be back. Alright then, so little Trucy has been locked up for, well, not murder, but involuntary manslaughter, which doesn't sound as serious as murder. But, well, at the end of the day, it's still a form of murder. And, even when she does her time, that stain will forever be on her. So we gotta clear this up. Also, now that Trucy's being charged with manslaughter, that makes Apollo the only one not to be charged with killing someone, whether voluntarily or involuntarily. My guess is someone either killed... Yeah, this is what happened. Someone killed Mr. Roos and then planted him inside that coffin. And then, with Trucy stabbing him, that's gonna disguise the true murder method. But, yeah. We'll see what happens. Alright, for now, We have to go and see Trucy. So let's not waste any more time than we've already wasted. April 27th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Poor Trucy. What can we even say to her?
Oh, Polly! Athena! Trucy, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We saw the news about the accident on TV.
I guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got arrested and everything. They say I'm the one who caused the accident.
But that's not true, right?
To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. The trick went off without a hitch. I'm sure of that much. Still, the police just won't listen to me. They've already decided that it was all my fault. Sigh. I'm exhausted after all their questions. Looks like she's been able to hang in there at least.
Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. I know you're tired, but can you tell us a little bit about the accident?
Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine. Okay.
For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In today's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was there some kind of accident?
I don't really know. The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it, but instead, Mr. Roos's body was in there.
That must have been a huge shock for you.
And when the dragon's head piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too? It must have been. I have no idea how or why that happened either. Nothing went the way it was supposed to. I still can't believe Mr. Roos is actually dead.
As tough as she is, this is obviously taking a toll on her.
But how did Mr. Roos's body get into the coffin in the first place?
Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick.
You know what they say, the magician never reveals their secrets. But I guess I should make an exception this time.
But if you ever tell anybody,
I'll make you my guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on.
Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is part of the job. So, let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin?
Alright, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Prepare yourselves for an exclusive explanation by magical girl Trucy Wright. There's a secret trapdoor in the stage that leads down to the Understage passage.
A trapdoor? So when did you slip down into the Understage passage?
Remember when Mr. Had was on stage, holding a sword next to the coffin? Well, by then, I had already escaped from the coffin and was waiting understage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part. What technique? Okay, so what happened next? Mr. Had was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. There's a cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Meanwhile, I pop back up onto the stage through a different trapdoor. And voila! The switch is complete. I had no idea all of that was happening. I was convinced he was still in the coffin. That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there.
In other words, you make us see illusions, right?
We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff.
But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. The last thing in the world I expected to see in there was Mr. Roos.
Could he have climbed in there by mistake? I should get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? Who exactly is this Mr. Roos? You said he used to belong to Troupe Gramarye, right? Wait, you don't know who the great Mr. Roos is, Apollo? He's super famous. He's old people talk about on TV. Really? I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants.
Way to diss the dead, Apollo.
So, how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy? Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troupe Gramarye. He was a protege of my granddaddy, Magnifique Gramarye. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of that connection. Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troupe Gramarye? No, he got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while. I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing, him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year. I had nothing but respect for Mr. Roos as a magician. I can't tell you how sad I am this happened. I can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show. Oh, but hey, don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans. Huh? My bracelet is reacting. People tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. And when I pick up on their distress, the bracelet around my wrist starts to feel tight. So I guess this means that Trucy is trying to hide something from me. Well, I guess I should give my bracelet a tap with Y.
Okay.
I can see things others can't. The slightest switch, gesture, or change in expression. Yes, I can see it all when I'm concentrating intensely like this. And when people are feeling nervous, they sometimes reveal a certain habit or tell. I'll just shift my viewpoint around until I find Trucy's tell. Okay, I think I found her telltale tell. Now, to listen carefully to every word and see what she gets shifty-eyed over. Then I'll perceive whatever she seems nervous about to get to the bottom of things.
Gotcha!
Come on, Trucy. You should know by now that you can't hide anything from me. Don't tell me that your bracelet reacted. Yep. And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, right? I remember hearing you say that before. That's right. It's a Gramarye motto that my daddy used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him. But you can't keep everything inside, Trucy. You'll burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you? I can't. If I did, you wouldn't believe in me anymore. That's not true. As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. And as a lawyer, I have a belief that's important to me as well.
Take that!
Your attorney's badge? I swore on this badge that I would always believe in my client to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. So no matter what you tell me, I'm going to keep on believing in you, Trucy. All I ask is for you to have a little faith in me, too. Alright, thanks, Polly.
Okay then.
Polly, what if I made a mistake? What do you mean? What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Roos? What makes you say that? Well, in my escape trick, I used both a real sword and a rubber sword. I switched the real sword for the rubber sword just before I stabbed into the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them. But Mr. Roos was found dead in the coffin. But Mr. Roos was found dead in the coffin. I know. It just doesn't make any sense. I know I swapped the swords. You're absolutely sure? Positive. I practiced that trick hundreds of times with no mistakes. I remember very clearly swapping the swords this time too. But could I have made a mistake this time? Could she really have? Well, I better get going. Huh? Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yep, because everything's gotta be just right. Maybe I really did kill Mr. Roos. Trucy. The worst possible mistake I could make. Such a horrific accident right in the middle of my show. And yet, all I can think about is, now that this has happened, Troupe Grammarye will get its performance rights pulled. There'll never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard for will be gone forever. Poor Mr. Roos had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all. I took it all away. Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did. Trucy, I don't think you did anything wrong. You don't? I've had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault? What do you mean? I don't have any proof or anything. It's just, I don't think you'd ever make a mistake like that. Paulo, I saw how hard you worked on your tricks, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you. You always get everything picture perfect. Nobody's perfect all of the time. Still, I think something else caused Mr. Roos's death, not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right? Yes, I remember doing it. Then I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy. But how can you say that? We don't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but I believe in you, Trucy, and I believe in your skills as a professional magician. So I'm going to prove your innocence. Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Sniffle. Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm going to believe in you too. Good! I'm sorry. I need a tissue. I've never seen Trucy cry like this before. She always seems so strong. Maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. She's still just a kid, after all. So, I have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you? Yes, I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right, she seems fine now. Sniffle, Trucy, let's win this trial together. Unlike some people. Well, we better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena. Wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you, do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Yeesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course. What is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really, really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Wow, I wonder what's in it. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black. You can't miss it. Thanks in advance. And with that, I've got to go. It seems they've got more questions for me. Alright, see you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first, or go get the notebook? The guard is just standing there completely motionless, and Athena keeps making faces at him, trying to make him crack at least a smile. Ooh, I think I made him smirk a little. Come on, leave the poor guy alone, Athena. It's the microphone for speaking with people on the other side of the glass. Athena's trying to stump the guard with trivia questions. Oh, this guy's good. He answers in the blink of an eye without batting an eyelash or moving a muscle. Is he that bored? The security camera stares at us with its cold, unblinking eye. I don't know why, but it gives me the heebies, with a side order of jeebies. Okay. Thanks for that. Alright, time to go. Alright, let's go get that notebook first. Why the hell not? April 27th, Penrose Theater, dressing room. The dressing room looks just the way it did before the incident. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. We have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see. She said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. Alright. Let's see. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Oh, here's one of Trip Gramarye. Trip Gramarye. Magical menagerie, huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Trip Gramarye really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks. Like making a building disappear or escaping a safe drop from a helicopter. Well, I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, then they must have been really, really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was just back when I was in junior high. The one in black was the original leader of Trip Gramarye, Trucy's grandfather. His name was Magnifique Gramarye. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Gramarye, Trucy's late biological father. Oh, and look, there's Mr. Roos. So this poster is from back when he was a member of Trip Gramarye, eh? Trucy said he left the troupe after he was injured during a show or something, right? Okay. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. Yeah. Hmm? There's another bird cage next to it. I wonder what's in that one. What was that? No idea. Look at all this stuff. They must belong to Mr. Roos. Wow, look at the colors on that briefcase. Do you think he carries that around with him on his time off? Well, during his shows, he wears a mask to hide his identity. If he carried that briefcase around when he wasn't working, wouldn't it give him away? Ah, but you've got to change gears and look at things in a different way at a time like this. Oh yeah? Meaning? Well, what if Mr. Roos wore his full costume all the time, even when he wasn't working? Then that briefcase wouldn't have given him away one bit. Okay. I'm getting pretty good at this turn your thinking around stuff, eh? She's like a little kid who's learned a new trick and couldn't wait to try it out. Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw on the show. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Does she really need all of that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. Those things are the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Really? Instant noodles and crackers? Of course, I need those for when I have to stay at the office all night prepping a case. And the comic books too? Oh, of course, I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research. Uh-huh, I see. So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do you? I thought that's the furries. Oh, look at the adorable little bunnies. Rabbits, huh? I used to have a pet rabbit. Really? You? You sure don't look the type. What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit? Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type? Well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. Aren't these Nine-Tails flowers? You know, those flowers that only grow in Nine-Tails Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right. There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy, from Damien and Jinxie Tenma." Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Let's see. Oh! There's a message for you in here, too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Itan Momin and Konaki Jiji. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. Ooh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Roses, huh? How like him. Pretentious. They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Paulo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. That's not it at all! Hey, these flowers, they're from La Mawar. La Mawar? Where have I heard that name before? She's a famous singer. They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. Why would a famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Wow, your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought. La Mawar. I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, something about her just gives off, you know, gives off motherly type. I don't know. Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. Ooh, could you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. Okay. What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. You and I got to see the first two parts up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. 9:30, Mr. Roos transforms into a dragon. Trucy's hat trick. 20 past 10, Bonnie's teleportation trick and Trucy's escape trick. 11 a.m., Mr. Roos's fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. But this Mr. Roos's fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. Hey, there's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Roos turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Roos's specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Roos and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. Interesting. Oh, here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. Feeling a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. But not you, Apollo. Let me do it. Let's see. Huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow. She has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What is it? I want to see too! That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Let's keep looking around for it. Huh. Okay. Well, if it's not here, then where could it be? Oh, there it is.
I say we take a look through Mr. Reese's things too.
Hey, is that notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase?
You're right. It's practically screaming over here. Look at me.
Do you think it could be... Oh, wow, Athena! Our hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook.
What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Reese's stuff?
Good question.
It's locked. I guess that means we can't read it.
I wonder what kinds of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it.
A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about.
If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry.
Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling, like I'm doing something naughty.
I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around in my things at the office.
Why? What do you have to hide?
I don't think I like how her eyes lit up all of a sudden. Anyway, we better get this notebook to Trucy.
It's a shame troop grammary won't ever be as they were back in their heyday.
Yeah, but I have every faith Trucy will restore the troop to its former glory.
And then you'll be really busy as Trucy's assistant.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, did you just agree with me?
Why did I agree?
I guess it means you're finally settling into the role.
No, it doesn't.
Mysterious locked notebook. I wonder if there's anything about me in there. Like that one time I ate her pudding. I wonder if she was mad at me for doing that.
Don't worry. If there is one thing I know about Trucy, it's that she's more mature than some people I know.
Oh. Alright. Let's hold off on returning the notebook for now, and after I'm gonna go take a break, and then when I come back, we're gonna go and examine the crime scene. Stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's head to the stage. Crime scene awaits us. April 27th, Penrose Theater stage.
Okay, let's get down to business.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
We're the attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright if we examine the scene?
Of course it's alright. I don't care if you're the defense or the president. Now on unauthorized investigations.
Oh, come on. It wouldn't kill you to let us take a little look around.
I said no. Now get over here. Scram! I guess we'll just have to try and get permission from the lead detective. And who would that be? Okay. Alright, never mind then. I guess we're not gonna go examine the crime scene just yet. Alright, let's head back to the detention center. Is Trucy around? Nope, she's not around. So, okay. Let's go outside then. Here we go. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Person you are trying to call is... Oh. The person you are trying to call is not available. After the tone, please
I've tried to call Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up.
We've left him some voicemails, so he'll probably call once he gets them.
He's gonna flip out when he hears what happened to Trucy.
Hey, this is a place, the theater where that magical murder happened.
Oh yeah, what if they brought the dead body out yet?
I arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl.
Yeah, let's go soon. Can you believe it? Kids these days. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss.
How dare they call Trucy a murderer?
I've got some nerve. Can't let people think that about her. We have to defend her.
Apollo? Is that you? Who could that be?
Oh! Emma?
It's sure been a while. How have you been?
Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. Emma is not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get going. Hey, wait a minute! What? Was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We've got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through, you're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something?
No, Emma's a detective I've had the pleasure of working with before. Hello, I'm Emma Skye, forensic investigator. What? So you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator? Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigation for me. I am so happy I could hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something. Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis, Emma Skye is ready to go, so bring it on. Wow, I guess it's goodbye, grumpy clouds. Hello, fanatical sun.
She's very cheerful, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something?
She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. And she was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress. Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Do you mean the accident? Oh, then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. What? Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Roos. What?
Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder.
Emma? Oh, Emma, please tell us everything you know. Of course. Anything to help Trucy. Why is the case being treated as a homicide now and not involuntary manslaughter? Well, apparently, there's something that proves he was a straight-up homicide. Well, that's vague. Do you know any of the details?
No, I'm afraid that's all I was told.
Really? How come? Well, because the lead prosecutor is kind of a hard guy to read. Though maybe it's just a culture gap thing? Anyway, he's not one to really share his thoughts. Wait, what do you mean by culture gap? I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. So who exactly am I up against tomorrow? Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As a part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors. So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty these days. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to this case? That's part of it, yes. We were short on prosecutors, and this guy just happened to be visiting. And what's the purpose of his visit? Well, some insurgents from the Kingdom of Kurain are thought to be hiding out here. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally. So he's from the Kingdom of Kurain. That's right. He's also a Kurainist monk. A monk? So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway? It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up. So he was just curious, huh? He looked the entire crime scene over quite earnestly, and just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter...
This is most certainly a murder.
This is most certainly a murder, the cruel act of an impure soul. That's what he said, just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. Well, the shortage of prosecutors right now, the prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So, Trucy was arrested for murder all because of this guy, huh? I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. He says court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving the last rites in court allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims.
So, to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, eh?
That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is Nahiyota Sadmadi. What? Nahiyota Sadmadi? That's right. What, do you know him or something? Oh, I guess you could say that. I guess you could say I've heard of him. Yeah, well, he is pretty famous.
Really?
Yes, they say he travels the world, solving difficult case after difficult case. Where there's hard case to crack, he's called in to prosecute it.
Wow, sounds like he's going to be tough to beat.
I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? He seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to. So he's a pretty agreeable guy then. Yeah, he's about to see what kind of person Trucy really is.
But don't they hate defense attorneys in Crane? Would he even listen to what we have to say?
I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could you tell Prosecutor Sadmadi about Trucy? About what a good person she is? Of course. Leave it to me. I'll make him understand that there's no way Trucy could have committed murder.
I hope he listens to reason.
Me too. Congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks. I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it. I can finally use my forensics kit openly, whenever I want. Oh yeah, you used to have to stealth use a kit you sent away for. Oh, I still use that one too. But now, it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know. So basically, nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you're allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken into a personal database. Now hold out your hands. I need to get your prints too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil.
I can't believe she took my prints too, Apollo. This is looking pretty bad, Apollo. They're calling it a murder, and they've even got proof. What are we going to do?
Look on the bright side, that's what.
Bright side? What bright side?
Well, the good thing about there being proof is that it has to point to the real killer. If we can find out who that is, we can prove Trucy's innocence.
Oh, hey, you're right.
Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things: proof of Trucy's innocence and evidence of the true culprit's identity.
You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope.
And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate the scene? If I said no, you'd just do it behind my back anyway, right? Would I do something like that? I guess the jig is up. Oh, alright. But I better come along. Who knows what sort of mischief you'd get up to if I'm not there to keep an eye on you.
Mischief? Sounds like Emma trusts you about as far as she can throw you, Apollo.
He has been known to move things around at the scene of a crime, you know. What about you? You used to do all kinds of forensic tests on things without permission. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. How is that even remotely fair? Alright. It's been 2 years since we first met. But you're still just a newbie to me. Hey, that's not fair. I'm not even the newest lawyer in our office anymore.
Yep. That's Apollo and me, just two newbies working our way up.
Oh, look at you two, the newbie duo. Must be nice, right, Apollo?
Oh.
It's weird, but I keep running into the name Chirpgummery over the years.
Maybe it's fate. Have you ever considered joining them? You could use your expertise in forensics to do scientific magic.
You're not thinking of stuff like picking the right card using fingerprint powder, are you? You can hardly call that magic, Athena.
Yeah, I guess not.
Looks like we hit the nail right on the head.
Okay. Oh,
Are you asking me to test that? Hey, why are you putting it away? I just can't let her cover this in chemical reagents.
okay. Alright, let's go to the crime scene. Back to the stage. April 27th, Penrose Theater stage.
Alright. Let's get down to investigating, shall we?
Just make sure you don't move anything or I'll get in big trouble.
Fine, I promise. To only move the things I have to.
Well, I have my own investigation to conduct, but let me know if you need anything.
It's been a while since we've done any investigating.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. You do remember how to do this, right? If you don't, I can give you a quick rundown.
Should I have Athena give me a rundown?
Don't worry about me. I've got it all locked away in the vault up here. Good, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me too, as we go along.
Wait, wasn't it you who just offered to give me a rundown?
Alright, there we go. We have one of these in the office too, don't we?
Yeah, that poor magic probably we use as a shelving unit.
I'd kinda like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did.
I feel bad for the prop, but it could stay a shelving unit in that case. Oh hey, this is a curtain. I wonder what's behind it.
A backstage area. There's magic equipment and stuff like that back there.
I'll open it a crack and check it out later.
You weren't thinking of opening that curtain, were you?
Ooh, me? Would I ever do a thing like that? Rats. Guess I'll have to ask her to open it up for me later.
Ooh, I've seen something like this before. It's like that game where you stick swords into a barrel until a little man inside pops out.
Huh, that doesn't sound like any game I've ever heard of.
Really? It's pretty famous in Europe. Did you have anything to play with as a kid?
Oh, you know us simple Americans. We're happy with just a hoop and a stick. That video camera is pointed right at the stage. I wonder what it recorded. I want to take a peek, but Emma would...
Wow, this residue data is so fascinating.
She's so fixated on that bloodstain data, her eyes are getting bloodshot.
Quick, Apollo. While Emma's off in forensics Fantasyland, let's see what's recorded on the camera. Is it not going to be the same thing as we've seen on TV? Is there going to be a difference between the raw footage and the footage that made it on TV? Maybe there's there's more after that. I don't know.
It's the same video we saw on TV where you can't see the body at all.
Paulo, did you notice a strange shadow in that footage?
No, why?
I don't think it was my imagination, but I'm pretty sure I saw something.
A strange shadow, huh? I wonder what it was.
Maybe it was the body being dropped in? No. That's stupid. Oh, here we go.
So, this is the coffin the dead body appeared from. I actually haven't examined that yet. Would you two mind giving me a hand? No sweat. Trucy said the coffin was supposed to be empty when she stabbed it. So how did the victim even get in there?
I bet there's a secret door or something.
Sure is an oddly shaped thing, isn't it? Who knew it could unfold into something like this? Well, I heard that since it's used for magic tricks, left and right panels are made to be interchangeable. How that helps with magic tricks, though, I have no idea. I'm sure they make use of it in some way we can't even imagine. A white outline, huh? So, this is where the body was.
What exactly did it look like just after the incident occurred, I wonder?
Oh, I have a photo of the crime scene. Here we go.
Ah, stabbed in the back.
Yes, that's definitely what killed him. What's this thing around his waist? It's a stunt harness. A stunt wire can be attached to it so the person can float and fly through the air. Come to think of it, he did fly in Act 1, didn't he?
Didn't Trucy say that there's some sort of magnet that would pull Mr. Hat up to the roof of the stage? And there's shock absorbers at the top, so maybe someone stuck a knife on the roof, and so when he went up, he flew up into the roof, he got stabbed in the back, and then he fell back down or something?
Wait a minute. Looks like the bottom of the coffin opened still.
Ooh, a secret door. Let's try opening it.
Well, look at that.
It seems to lead to someplace under the stage.
That's right. It goes to the Understage passage.
It's pitch black down there. Hold on. I think I see something glowing faintly. It's hard to make anything out from up here.
If you try to go down there, the magicians will get mad at you. Apparently, there are things down there that will give away the secrets behind their tricks.
Well, that sucks. It's all right there, and we can't even check it out. Oh, it's all right there, and we can't even check it out.
We're definitely gonna have to examine that Understage passage at some point, though.
Yeah, for all we know, that could be the real crime scene. Paulo, look! There's a secret door in the back panel of the coffin. Do you think Mr. Roos could have entered the coffin through there?
If he could have done it without Trucy noticing, then maybe.
It's like two magicians trying to out-magic one another right under each other's noses. Okay. That's it, I guess. That's all she wrote.
There's a sword here. It's covered in blood. Must be the murder weapon.
Trucy said she was sure she switched it out with the rubber sword.
Unfortunately, this one certainly doesn't look like it's made of rubber. Hey, Emma? Were there any fingerprints on the sword? Let's see. According to my data, no prints were found. But that could be because the culprit wiped them off. Come to think of it, Trucy was wearing gloves during the show. So she certainly wouldn't have left any prints either. Yeah.
Wow, this dragon is a lot more handmade than I expected.
Yeah, well, I can't tell you how many hours I put into that freaking thing.
What? You made it?
Trucy had me help put it together, you know, as her assistant.
She has you wrapped around her little finger, doesn't she?
Trucy's smile has some kind of magical power that makes it impossible to say no. Yeah, we have this kind of little sister, big brother kind of energy.
Anything special here? No? Okay. Oh. That's it, huh? Alright.
This is what they call a set piece. It's a piece of the onstage scenery. Suddenly fell down after the body was revealed, if I remember correctly.
Just as the brave heroine screams, the spell on the dragon breaks. Losing its wings, the dragon falls to the ground. That moment marked the collapse of Trucy's magical kingdom.
Magic, huh? Yeah, sure. The timing was so perfect, I'd be genuinely surprised if it was magic. Something isn't right. It just doesn't make any sense.
What's the matter, Apollo? You're making that weird thinking face again.
How did what should have been a rubber sword get switched with a metal one? Plus, the timing of that dragon set piece falling down. Wasn't that just a little too convenient?
It was definitely done to hide something, but I'm not sure what. Maybe while everyone was being evacuated, someone switched the swords again to make it look like she was holding the real sword all the time.
Something just isn't sitting right.
Ground control to Major Apollo. Can you hear me, Major Apollo?
Athena, I think I've got it. I think somebody switched Trucy's rubber sword for the metal one.
Huh?
To pin the murder on her.
Someone switched the swords. But when could they have done that?
When everyone was too busy to notice. Somebody could have switched Trucy's rubber sword with a metal one. After the set piece fell, everybody in the audience was kicked out of the theater. In the ensuing chaos, somebody could have carried out a cover-up operation. Anyone of the stagehands or show personnel could have done it before the police arrived.
So what you're saying is, somebody's actively trying to frame Trucy for the crime?
Yes, some disgusting individual is trying to get away with murder.
So it's someone related to the show?
There's definitely a very high chance of that. Now, if you could just figure out who it is. Let's see, what else do we need to do on this stage? Emma, did you find any fingerprints on the coffin? Actually, I haven't checked yet. I was gonna do that at the end. I like to save the best for last. We aren't exactly talking about dessert here. Oh, but we are. Would you like to partake in my delicious dessert? I don't mind sharing.
Oh, yes, please. There's always room for dessert, right?
Alright. I guess I'll join you too. Gobble, gobble, gobble. So, could you show us how you check for prints, Emma? Sure. Let's start with the basics. As you know, fingerprints are an excellent way of identifying someone. That's because no two people have the same sets of fingerprints, not even twins. So, if we find any prints of the coffin, they might lead us to the killer. If the culprit was dumb enough to leave prints behind, sure. Let's go ahead and dust for prints now. Let's see. This looks like a promising spot. Try dusting the area with fingerprint powder. Move the cursor around and keep pressing A until it's thoroughly covered in powder. When you're done, blow with Y to get rid of the excess powder. Powder in this bottle is all we have to work with. If you run out, try blowing on the area. Any excess powder will be returned to the bottle. Alright, I think I'm ready to give it a try. Alright. Sure. Just do a little bit more. Alright. Yeah, that should do it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. You found some prints! Looks like the fingers of somebody's left hand. Now, let's try comparing these with the ones we have on file. First, switch to Analyze mode with the left bumper to select the print. Next, select the print you want to analyze and confirm with A. The most prominent one, I guess. I've got a pretty clear print here. I wonder whose it is. I have the prints of everyone involved in the case right here. Just choose the person whose prints you'd like to compare the sample against. Well, the last person who was in the coffin was... Aha! Bingo! Looks like the prints belong to the deceased, Mr. Roos. Well, if you found prints here, maybe we can find them elsewhere on the coffin, too. Guess I'll try dusting for more prints. Is that not good enough? Or... Oh, do I switch to... Oh, okay. Like that? There, I found some! These prints are apparently Miss Arissa's too. Shall we try looking for prints on the outside of the coffin now? Yes, let's. This time, you'll be able to rotate the coffin and look at it from different angles. That will give you a chance to examine it thoroughly. You can use the right stick to turn the coffin in any which way you'd like. And holding right bumper while using the right stick will let you jump right to where the action is. If you ever get stuck or confused, you can always reset things with the right stick. Okay, and if I find any prints, I'll choose one to run against your data, just like before. Okay. Oh. Shit. Not a damn thing. Not a single thing. Oh, here we go. What's this? Ah. Here we go. Now we're talking. Oh. Never mind. Ah. The trap door. Maybe there's prints on the trap door. No? Okay. What about... Oh? Okay, well, I guess we can examine this. Sure. There we go. Switching to analyze. There, I got a print. Alright, I'll just check it against my data. Huh? That's funny. It doesn't match the prints of anyone involved in this case. Really? None of them? How could that be? Now then, I wonder if I can find any more prints. Okay. Really? Nothing? Not even a single print here or there? Nothing? Come on, man. Come on, man. Where are the prints? I want the prints. Let me see the prints, man. I don't think we're gonna be finding much here. We examine every bit of this? Huh. Really? Nothing? Where would these prints be, I wonder? There's got to be a print here, but I don't know exactly where. There's just so much area to cover. So much space, so little time. There's gotta be a print on the trapdoor. I don't know why I'm not finding any. Oh! Oh, I thought this was leftover. Something that was left over of the dust. This is an actual print? Okay, sure. Let's look her up. Find another print. Judging from its position and location, it might have been made when someone put the lid on the coffin. Let's see now. There was one part during the show where someone put this lid on. after Trucy had gotten into the coffin. Therefore, this print should belong to... Looks like the prince belongs to that buddy girl. Alright. I'll be back. Alright. Welcome back. Let's hope that this is it for the fingerprint dusting section. Come to think of it, she did put the lid on the coffin during the show. That's probably when she left her print on the lid. Okay, thank God. Looks like that's about all the prints we're gonna find. To sum everything up, the prints we found belong to the victim, Mr. Roos, the bunny assistant Bonnie, and some third unidentified person. But that's strange. We didn't see anybody else up there on that stage during the show. Does this mean some outsider was up there? Somebody unrelated to the show? I guess we can't really say it. I guess we can't really say at this point. Well, thank goodness we didn't find any of Trucy's fingerprints, right? That's only because Trucy was wearing gloves. Hey, Emma, there's something else that's been bothering me about the prints. Don't you think there's something odd about Mr. Roos's prints? Odd? What's odd about them? Well, if Mr. Roos was standing in the coffin facing forward, he would have left prints like this, right? But when we look at the actual prints, they're facing backwards. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Hey, what do you know? You're right. I wonder how they wound up like that. Maybe he was accidentally facing the wrong way at first, but then turned around later. No, the coffin is much too small for a guy his size to turn around. And about all he would have been able to manage is maybe a little bit of twisting. Then it really doesn't make any sense, does it? I think I might have hit on something major here. Oh, I have just one more question, Emma. Oh yeah? What is it? Mr. Roos was stabbed in the back, right? But if he was standing in the coffin like this, how would that have worked? Alright, that. The lead prosecutor has an explanation, actually. He thought that the victim might have tried to dodge the sword as it came to the coffin. So maybe he twisted his body and the sword ended up stabbing him in the back. That's his theory, anyway. I see. I guess that sounds plausible. Well, I guess that about wraps up our investigation of the stage. Actually, there's still the area behind that curtain. Don't you want to know what's back there? Sure do, but Emma told us not to move or touch anything, remember? Would you quit staring at me? Fine, I'll go open it for you. Wow, look at you flaunting your lady killer eyes. I have my ways. I'm only doing this so I won't get charged with animal abuse for not throwing you a bone. I guess puppy eyes can be just as effective. Oh, right. Oh. Alright, I'll be back. Well, go on and investigate to your heart's contempt. But before you go moving anything. I know. We'll be sure to ask first. Oh, by the way, just examine the backstage to move to the area beyond the curtain. Okay, time to get investigating. Here we go. Seeing the stage this way kind of breaks the illusion, doesn't it? Just goes to show that some things are better left unseen. Ooh, listen to you, sounding all grown up and stuff. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have some cynical one-liners of your own someday too. Oh boy, can't wait. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. Let's go examine the backstage area. Looks like this ladder leads to the catwalk overhead. Do I I really have to go up there? Why don't you go on up and check it out, Athena? I'm sure you'll like the air up there. Huh? Where in the world did you get that idea from? Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm an airhead? How rude could you get? That's not what I'm saying at all. Now, up you go. I'll just wait down here. Okay, now I'm starting to get the picture. You're afraid of heights, aren't you, Apollo? Come on now, this is for Trucy. She needs us, so up to the catwalk we go. Well, I guess it's time to put on my big boy pants. Are you alright, Apollo? You're white as a sheet. I'm fine! Don't look down, Justice. Don't look down. Those green things over there looked like cushions. I guess one of them was used to absorb the force of the impact when Mr. Hat zipped into it. Let's go check it out. Way over there. Oh boy. What's that? Look, Apollo, it's Mr. Hat. He's attached to a wire. Actually, didn't Trucy say something like, they quickly raised Mr. Hat up by the wire into a cushion on the catwalk? Maybe the stagehands pulled Mr. Hat up and left him here afterwards. That wire attached to his back. Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. Huh? Mr. Hat's cape is ripped. Did that happen during the show? That's odd. It almost looks like it was slashed with the blade. How in the world did that happen? Apollo, I see that you're trying to take this all in stride, and I respect that. But seriously, you're trembling like a newborn fawn up here. Get it together, man. I can't help it. Yeah, there was a blade here. And he got flung right into it. Hey, look, there are cushions attached to the underside. Well, what are you standing way over there for? Come on over and look. You're not gonna try and push me off, are you? Seriously, Apollo, come on, you'll be fine. Here, do you want me to hold your hand? Yes, actually, if you wouldn't mind. Looks like you're right. And Trucy mentioned something about this, didn't she? That cushion was supposed to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat was pulled up. Okay. These set pieces look like a rabbit and a moon. Although, they kind of look like they could be a duck and a croissant, too. What do they look like to you, Apollo? The Grim Reaper and a guy falling to his death. Come on, let's wrap this investigation before your imagination catches up with you. Looks like Mr. Hat is raked to the smaller pulley. Let's see, how did it go? After being blown a kiss, Mr. Hat goes wild, and just as he's about to stab the coffin, he gets pulled up to the catwalk. The smoke screen was to hide his ascent from the audience's view. Fascinating. Wow, that's a big pulley. Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. The dragon set people must have been hanging from this. Well, I think that about does it for the catwalk. Do you think we missed anything? Nope. Didn't miss a single thing. We're all done here, yes sirree. I take it you're ready to go down? Yeah, I think we'd better. I feel a fainting spell coming on. Oh, brother. You don't need me to hold your hand again, do you? Yes, please. Alright. What is this thing? It's a winch. I'm guessing they used it to pull Mr. Hat up. Oh look, there are two winches. One back there and one up here. Apparently, each wrench was rigged up to something different. One of them was used to hold up the dragon set piece, while the other was connected to that weird puppet up in the catwalk. I think you mean Mr. Hat, Emma. A dustpan, a broom, and a bucket. Guess they use these to keep the stage tidy. I doubt that's what this bucket is for, though. See how it says fire on it? Oh, I guess it's a fire bucket then. Yes, I heard the theater owner went out and bought that just for the show. When he heard there was going to be a fire trick, he flew to the store to get it. But can a little bucket like this really put out a raging fire? I'm guessing the owner thought it could. But it doesn't look like it's been used. In fact, the inside is caked with dust. What was the point of even buying the bucket then? Wait a minute. That means nobody actually prepared for the fire trick after all. I have a feeling this might be an important bit of information. So it's been empty for a while? I guess. It's a guillotine. But it's not real. It's just another one of Trucy's props. I wonder if it was supposed to appear in the show. Oh? You mean she didn't mention it to you? She said you were going to make a guest appearance on stage for her guillotine trick. No! I definitely remember not agreeing to something like losing my head on national TV. Hey, there's a coffin back here too. Looks like there's a stuffed dragon inside. No, wait, look. It's just an illusion. See, the dragon looks like it's inside. But it's really just painted on the front lid. Oh wow! You're right! That's really something else. If the show hadn't been cancelled, we might have gotten to see this trick too, eh? Exciting. There's a sign here that says Understage. I bet these stairs go to the Understage area. Trucy told me she and her fellow magicians call it the Abyss. I wonder why. Who knows? Maybe because it's really dark down there or something. Ooh, I bet they've got all kinds of magical goodies stashed away down there. Come on, let's go check it out. Huh? The door is locked. The entrance to the Abyss is barred to mere mortals like us, eh? Oh well, that's what you call a swinging abyss. All done? Pretty much. There's just one thing. The door to the understage passage was locked. Any way we can get down there? That place? I locked it up as soon as we police finished our investigation down there. If you want to check it out, you'll have to ask a magician. Well, Trucy is at the detention center, so she can't help us. I guess we'll have to look for somebody else from the show. Okay, then I better get back to my own investigation. See you around. It's too bad about the understage area, but at least we learned a few things. Yeah, like one of your greatest fears. Let's talk about that. I meant how all the behind-the-scenes stuff is set up. Let's see, we found out there are 2 winches backstage. Mr. Had was rigged to the first winch. The dragon set piece was attached to the other one. And both of them were used during the show. Right after the body was discovered, the dragon set piece fell to the stage. And in the chaos that ensued, the culprit could have switched the rubber sword with a real one. So it looks like the best way to prove Trucy's innocence is to identify the real killer. What a complete utter mess. This is all great, just great. That kid is bush league small potatoes. Half grown has been. There's somebody on the stage. I wonder who it is and what they're doing. Maybe we should go talk to them. Excuse me, are you connected to the show? What? You two got a couple more headaches for me to handle? I got my hands full as it is. Hey, I remember this guy. Hey, you there!
What the heck is going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me for crying out loud. Oh, Mr. Rittens, there was an accident during the show. An accident? Great, just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program?
It's that man who was going off at the staff in front of the theater.
I ain't never seen you guys before. If I had to guess, I'd say you're not production staff. What's that I spy with my little eye? An attorney's badge? Huh. Well, how do you do? I didn't know you fine folks were lawyers. My business card, if you would. Sharp to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Oh, thank you. So you're from the TV station, I take it?
Sharp as a tack you are. I'm the producer of this TV special. All my idea, by the way.
I'm Paul Justice, Trucy Wright's defense attorney.
Trucy Wright. Well, ain't that a kick in the head? How about you open with that tidbit next time, champ?
Okay. What happened to this schmoozy Magoo bit?
I'm Roger Returns. Hold the applause, and no autograph, kids. I'm on the clock.
Apollo, this guy looks really familiar, but I can't quite...
Really, kid? Then try this on for size. Hang loose, baby!
Hang loose, baby. Gasp! Apollo, it's the Ratings Raja from Take-Two TV. He's huge, crazy huge, like a real famous producer. Really? Really? I've never heard of him.
Seriously, man? What kind of cave did you crawl out of? Roger attends the Ratings Raja, tied with the TV screen. Still not ringing a bell? You ain't seen my hit Saturday night talk show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central?
No, I can't say that I have.
You're blowing my mind, kid. You even know what a TV is? Say it with me. Television.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident?
No. What kind of comeback is that? Grow some backbone, kid. I basically lobbed that one at you. Now hit me with your best barb. Viewers love that. Come on, you gotta sell it.
So what?
Say something funny for the nice people at home. Go on, hit me with your best shot.
My best shot?
We're rolling here. Hurry up before they change the channel. Chop, chop.
Okay, here goes. Talk to the hand. Kapow!
Kapow? Really? Why are you pointing all dramatically like we're in court?
I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to do.
Apollo. Oof, that's going in the cringe reel for sure. I think we can all agree that was a mistake.
If I choked any harder, I need the
Heimlich maneuver. I'll blame myself, really. Should have known better than to waste good film on a nobody. So, you want an exclusive or what?
Sure. Here, take a look at this.
What are you showing me that for? What, you want me to do a special on you guys? It's a lawyer for life. Justice in the courtroom.
That doesn't sound half bad, actually. Plus, it'd get some publicity for the agency. Count us in, Mr. Rittens.
Alright, then let's jump right into it. What made you decide to become lawyers?
Say something dumb.
No, it's your turn. Jump in with a snappy comeback.
What? Lay down a sick burn? Me?
You two. I'm practically falling asleep over here. Where's the drama? The gravitas? How are you gonna join viewers with that yawn fest? Work on the delivery and get back to me.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I think he's confusing actors and attorneys. Is that a scoop? No? Then get it out of my face! Who's gonna tune in to see something like that?
Does this guy ever judge anything but Does this guy judge everything about potential TV ratings? Yeah. Okay. Today's magic show is being broadcast live on TV, wasn't it? You were there, and you were the producer, right?
That's right. Rising Magic Star versus Old School Grand Marie. Who's gonna be wild? We are gonna have viewers vote for their favorite magician during the show. And the loser would have had a really embarrassing prank done to them. It was gold, I tell you. Guaranteed ratings.
I don't know. It sounds kinda tacky if you ask me.
I'm telling you, man, modern viewers eat this stuff up with a spoon. Trust me. All we gotta do is serve it up nice and hot. A feast for the eyes.
More like junk food for the brain.
But that little brat had to go and ruin everything with that accident of hers. You have any idea how many times they dragged me over here to prepare for today?
He must know this theater pretty well if he came by that often.
Oh, that gives me an idea. How about this? Mad mindscape of a magical murderess. Closest comrades come clean. Tell me, has Trucy always shown signs of being unhinged? When could you tell she was about ready to snap?
This guy is cruising for a bruising, Apollo. As long as he don't get caught on camera.
Truth be told, I'm not surprised about the way things turn out. Magicians are pretty much the dregs of society, am I right?
What's that supposed to mean?
Magicians are all a bunch of good-for-nothings, if you ask me. Con artists and thieves is what they are. They trick people and take their money.
Coming from you, that's rich, pal. Magic tricks aren't the same as con jobs, you know. That's right. People watching never feel like they've been cheated.
Lawyers spout hypocritical nonsense. Big surprise there, lol. And post.
Did he just post about us in real time?
Those Grand Marines are all criminals. It's in their blood. Trucy Wright ain't no different. That girl is no good. She may look all sweet and innocent, but she's a stone-cold killer.
Don't you dare talk about Trucy like that. You don't even know the first thing about her. You won't find a sweeter, harder-working girl anywhere. Period.
She's got the wool pulled over your eyes, you see.
What in the world are you talking about?
You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Grand Marine magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes.
Does he have a grudge against Trucy? Maybe against all of Troop Grand Marie.
TV is a window to the truth. It's not like that magic stuff or the streetwise charlatans that perform it.
What were you doing at the time of the incident?
Shooting a show in the station studio. We had a whole bunch of girls in bikinis wrestle each other for the camera.
So you didn't see the accident as it actually happened?
That's right. That's why I was shocked when I first got here.
So he didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh?
I'm guessing what you really want to know is whether or not I have an alibi, am I right? My staff at the TV studio can vouch for me. Why not go there and ask them yourself? You can give them my card, and they'll let you in.
So, you have an alibi, huh? Good to know.
It's a shame. A crying shame, I tell you. It was supposed to be a fun, light-hearted program turned into this sorry affair. I'll have to sell it to news outlets all over the world if I'm gonna make my money back. Trucy Wright will make her debut, alright. Not as a magician, but as a criminal.
What?
It's my duty to report it. Can't let a tragedy like this happen again, now can I? Even if she gets off somehow, I'll make sure she never walks the streets again.
We won't let that happen. We won't let you do that to her. We're gonna prove her innocence in court.
Ha! Listen to you acting all high and mighty. You're just another money grubber. I know how you lawyers do things. You'll stop at nothing to win.
I beg your pardon?
If you win your trials, you get fat stakes, right? Is money really all you care about?
What's with him, Apollo? Why won't he listen?
But enough about you. I'm all about going after Trucy now.
I won't stop until she's behind bars. That's how we in the media dish out justice. Before you even get to court, my expose is gonna take you down. And if I have anything to say about it, well, gotta get back to the station. Hang loose, baby. Looks like the prosecution won't be our only opponent this time. But no way are we gonna let that guy have his way either. That's right. Okay, we're done with this stage, so let's go someplace else. Still wish we could check out that understage passage. But what else can we investigate right now? Alright. I'll be back. Alright then, so we're looking for access to the understage area. And luckily there's still a magician who hasn't been either killed or incarcerated. So now the only thing we have to do is find them and convince them to give us that access. April 27th, Penrose Theater dressing room. But all that's left to check out is that understage passage. We'll have to try to get one of the staff members to unlock the door. Someone just came into the dressing room. Oh, it's you people again. You came back. Huh? I saw you, you know. Oh, it's you. The bunny assistant from the show, right? What? Oh, well, yeah, that's right. My name is Bonnie DeFam. I remember her talking to us earlier. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know. I wonder if she'll make it across today. What do you mean by that, exactly? Oh, nothing. Yeah, if you'll excuse me. She said some pretty strange things then. I saw you take it. You took something from my dressing room. Oh, Bonnie, that teleportation trick you did was amazing. Fantastique. What? Oh, thank you. But what you did, stealing is... What other kind of magic tricks can you do? Me? Oh, well, how about this? Splendido! Athena, I think Bonnie's trying to say something to us. She is? Thank you, Mr. Thief. Thief? I saw you. I saw you take that notebook. Please don't take things from my dressing room. Huh? So, it's true what they say. Thieves really do return to the scene of the crime, don't they? Thieves? I thought it was just arsonists in real life. Guess that means she really saw us, eh? I bet this looks pretty bad. If you return what you stole right now, I will call the police. Oh boy. You've got it all wrong. We're Trucy's lawyers. She asked us to bring the notebook to her. Trucy's lawyers? Oh, I'm so sorry I called you thieves. Really thought we were thieves. Why were you still doing magic tricks for us? I can't help it. Whenever anybody asks, I just can't bring myself to refuse. Does that mean she's a real people person, or that she aims to please a little too hard? In that case, can you tell us the secret to your teleportation trick? Well, I don't know if I should. Oh! If I keep up the pressure, she just might tell us. I've been dying to know. Leave the poor girl alone. Are you investigating the case? Yes, that's right. I'm Trucy's biggest fan. I just love her to bits. I'll do anything to help her. We appreciate that. In that case, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? You're a magician, right, Bonnie? That's right. My specialties are teleportation and this little trick right here. Looks like Mr. Bonnie's in a bad mood right now. Or I thought she messed up. You said you were a big fan of Trucy's, right? Oh yeah, I look up to her more than anyone else in the whole world. What about her makes you respect her so much? She's just incredible. Not only is she extremely talented, but she's so cool under pressure and always manages to keep a smile on her face. In spite of all that talent, she still works harder than anybody I know. You could go and ask for more out of a magician. I'm sensing a shift into hyper fangirl drive. Oh, I love the unique way she does her tricks, and how she charms the audience. I especially love her magic pastries, which was both cute and comical. The first time I saw her do the trick, I was so impressed. I said, maybe I've gone to show the performance, but I was gotten and that's why I think Trucy is top class. A real first-rate magician. I see. I think we have a pretty good idea of how much you adore her now. Ow! Was I talking too much? I'm sorry. I had better be careful about when and how I ask her about Trucy. Anyway, that's why I'll do anything at all to help Trucy. Oh, Mr. Lawyer, you just have to prove her innocence. Don't worry, I'll plan to do just that. I wish Trucy could see that she has people like Bonnie in her corner rooting for her. You were in the magic show, right? That's right. I take it you saw my teleportation trick. Yes, it was just wonderful. You moved from one place to another in the blink of an eye. I admit it was pretty amazing. I have no idea how you transported yourself over such a distance in just a split second. It must be so fun to be able to do a trick like that. Teleportation looks cool. It's like a superpower or something. Yeah, my trick is turning some heads in the magic world right now. They're calling it new miraculous magic. Some even say it's a real deal. Real magic, huh? I know there must be an explanation, but it sure does look real. I just have to figure that trick out. I want to do it myself. Oh, you'll never figure it out. I always perform it perfectly. Oh. Ah. This feeling looks to me like Bonnie is hiding something. What the fuck is that? Stop picking out. Bonnie, when you said perform it perfectly, your right hand would tremble and move your hat a tiny bit. I even caught a glimpse of a little rabbit hiding underneath. Oh! Did you really perform the teleportation trick perfectly this time? Of course! I definitely got that part right. What do you mean that part? Oops! Wait a minute. Are you saying that you... Does that mean you regret ever choosing to become a magician? Is that why you perform your job with such a forced smile on your face? Is it to hide your true feelings of regret? Do you feel like you made a mistake in your choice of career? How can you even say that to me? I became a magician because I looked up to Trucy and wanted to be like her. I would never regret that decision. No? Are you sure? Maybe you're the one in the wrong line of work, Mr. Lawyer. Ouch! So I made one mistake. Look, if what you messed up wasn't the teleportation trick, then... Wait a minute. Are you saying that you... You might have performed the teleportation trick flawlessly, but what about Trucy's escape trick after that? Did you make some kind of mistake during that? Oh, well... Well, did you? You see... Did you or did you? Oh, I did. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lawyer. I made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. I'm sorry I lied. Whew, I feel like I pulled off a magic trick on my own just trying to get that out of her. Okay, well, there we go. So, the hell happened? So, you made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. Yeah. I was in charge of operating Mr. Rat, you see. But I made a huge goof. So, did Trucy explain to you how the escape trick works? Yeah, she knew we'd need to know for our investigation, so she shared the secret. Let's see. After Trucy escaped from the coffin down into the Understage passage, Mr. Head was to be pulled up to the catwalk by a winch. Trucy would then pop up on stage through a trapdoor. I was operating Mr. Ed at the time, but I flopped up where I was supposed to have him stand. I was supposed to make Mr. Ed stay to the left of his coffin, but I messed up and had him stand to the right by accident. That matches up with what we saw during the show. But then, doesn't that mean Trucy would have ended up popping up on the side opposite to Mr. Hat? Yeah, she would have, if she hadn't done some quick thinking on her feet. She managed to pop up on the right-hand side of the coffin for me, so the audience never even knew a mistake had been made. Way to go, Trucy. Well, our mistake caused her so much trouble. I think I better ask Trucy about this later, too. Oh, by the way, we'd like to investigate the Understage passage. Would that be alright? Oh, yeah, by all means. Any of you to help prove Trucy's innocence, I'll unlock it for you. Hey, there you are. Got a minute? Oh, is it the producer? Oh, Mr. Ratings! Yeah, of course.
Not you, buddy. The lawyers. They're the ones I want to see.
You have business with us?
I hear you two are from the same agency as Trucy. Is that true?
Yeah, that's right.
This is for you, then. Hey, lose, baby!
Contract? Between Take-Two TV, the first party, and Trucy Wright, the second party. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party.
$3 million?! Yeah, that's more like it. That shocked reaction. That dopey expression. You'd make a great comedian.
Really?
I know. I'll put you on my show. We'll get one of those cartoon anvils to fall on your head.
Wait a minute. Is this for one of those hidden camera prank shows?
You wish! That's an official contract. See for yourselves. You're the lawyers, after all. You should know one when you see one, right?
He's right. It's all signed and everything.
You better make sure your agency pays what Trucy owes me. In full.
Are you kidding me? The right hand agency doesn't have that kind of money.
Then I guess you're gonna have to go fishing for some. I can see it now! Craziest catch! Legend of the Seasick Lawyers!
Fishing out of the high seas? No thanks!
I can even swim!
Objection! What kind of ridiculous, no doubt unfair, one-sided contract is this?
Hey now, there's nothing ridiculous here. It's all perfectly legit. It's got her signature on it, see? My boys, I've got to see the stupid look on your faces. It's priceless. And post. I'm getting responses already. It's gonna go viral. No, how could he?
Bye-bye, reputation.
You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna drive Troop Gramarye and everybody associated with it into the ground. Serves you right for getting involved with the Gramaryes.
What's this grudge you have against the Gramaryes, anyway?
Huh? What are you talking about? Stress is making you paranoid, champ. Come on, buddy. We have more filming to do.
Oh, yes, sir. Excuse me, Sir Lawyer. Oh, and I'll lock the door to the Understage passage for you later.
Later, lawyers. Hang loose, baby.
Why would Trucy sign a contract like this? Why did all of this have to happen when Mr. Wright isn't there? Isn't here? We'll have to come back for the Understage later. Let's go hear Trucy's side of the story. Good thinking. We can't let you hit the high seas just yet. There must be something we can do. We can't let the ratings Raja get his way. We already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. Yeah, we did. Forgot about that. Alright, back to the detention center, I guess. April 27th, detention center, visitor's room. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Wow, now you made my handcuffs disappear. How'd you do that? Just doing magic tricks for the guard? Now, should I try making you disappear next, Mr. Guard? Can you do that? Oh, yes, please. This is so exciting. We should probably stop here before there's another incident. Trucy! Oh, hi, Polly. Hi, Athena. We have some more questions for you. Judging by the look on your face, this must be something big. Must be about something big. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Things have gotten a little sticky. Oh, and I have to remember to give her that thing she asked for, too. Here you go, Trucy. Here's your notebook back. Oh, great. Thank you very much. So, what's written in there anyway? Looks like it's full of secrets or something. That's because it is. It was originally my granddaddy Magnifique Gramarie's notebook. He used it like a diary, and as a place to jot down ideas for new magic tricks. Some of which only members of Troop Gamarie have ever laid eyes on. Wow, this notebook is a really big deal then. Yes, that's why it's always kept under lock and key. I bet a magician would do just about anything to get their hands on that notebook. And we found it mixed in with Mr. Roos's belongings. Could he really have been trying to steal it? The Troop Gamarie creed is also written inside. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. That creed was passed down to me from my daddy, and his daddy passed it down to him. It's true that Trucy always keeps a smile on her face. I guess it's due in part to her family creed. Trucy, I want to talk to you about where we found this notebook. No matter where I perform, I always put this poster up in my dressing room. As long as it's up on the wall, I feel like I won't make any mistakes. Like a superstition, huh? I know the feeling. Still, it didn't stop such an awful thing from happening today. I hope my granddaddy doesn't show up at my bedside to scold me tonight. Me too, Trucy. Me too. Are you saying you want me to conjure up a copy or two of this? Absolutely not. Forged evidence isn't going to help us in court. It'll be fine. With my magic, I'll make sure the audience can't see the strings attached. It's not the audience, but the discerning eyes of the law I'm worried about. Here you go, Trucy. You're just letting me have it? What's come over you all of a sudden? If it'll take her mind off things for a bit, why not let her have a little fun with it? Oh, I see how it is. Throwing down the gauntlet, are you, Polly? Fine, then. In that case, why don't I make the money vanish from your wallet? My money will disappear on its own when I take you out for a treat after this trial. Ramen and Elder's noodles, cake, anything you want. That's it? No sarcastic barb at the end? Are you sure you're feeling alright? Huh? Did I say something wrong? Are you saying you want me to cut... I still can't believe Mr. Roos is gone. Had you been acquainted with him long? No, I just met him for the first time for the show. But didn't he used to belong to Troop Gamarie? Yes, but he left when I was still little. Even if I had met him back then, I don't remember it. That's why I was so excited about working with him. Yeah, who could have predicted anything like this would happen? Are you saying you want me... Oh. Are you saying... Really? We're not going to talk about this contract he signed? Oh. Never mind. Trucy, do you remember this contract? Yes, I signed it before I went on stage. What about this liability for compensation article here? Liability for compensation? What are you talking about? Let me see that. What? $3 million? Just as I suspected. She didn't know about that part. I've never seen this article, and I read the whole contract from top to bottom. Yeah, I didn't think you would miss such a big thing. But there's your signature, so what's going on? Maybe there was some kind of trick involved? You know, like when I signed it. In other words, you think there might be some foul play afoot? And I'm willing to bet that the ratings Raja is the one behind it. Bonnie told us about the mistake she made on stage. Oh, you mean with where Mr. had been placed? Even I was at a loss about what to do for a second there. So, how did you fix the problem? Well, I was down in the Understage passage when I found out. I had to work my butt off to fix it, let me tell you. After I escaped from the coffin and went down into the Understage passage, I got a signal from Bonnie saying she'd made a mistake with Mr. Hat's positioning. No joke, I was freaking out. After all, I had to be back up on stage in a few short minutes. Magical girl Trucy Wright was faced with an unprecedented crisis beneath the stage. Would this spell the end for Trucy and Grammarly Land? And then what happened? Athena's totally hooked. I was supposed to get back up to the stage through trapdoor number 1 on the left, using a platform that can be raised and lowered called the stage lift. There was a stage lift ready and waiting in the lowered position under trapdoor 1. But Mr. had been placed on the right, above trapdoor 2 by mistake. There was already another stage lift under the trapdoor 2, but it was in the raised position since we hadn't planned on using it. Okay, so how did you get back up onto the stage? Why? Through brute strength. I couldn't lower stage lift 2 by myself, so I pushed it back out of the way. Then I moved the lowered stage lift 1 into place under trapdoor 2. This thing is heavy. I wish I could move it with magic. Unfortunately, my magic is useless under the stage. The Understage is a dark abyss that drains magicians of all their powers. I can see why it's called the Abyss. I never knew it would take so much out of you. That's just how it goes in the real world. Illusions are created by the blood, sweat, and tears of those behind the scenes. Wow, I learned so much just now. Trucy, have you told anybody else about all this? Nope, nobody. This sounds like some critical information. I'd better make a note of it. We found this notebook mixed in with Mr. Roos's belongings. What? Do you think he might have been trying to steal it? No way. I can't believe it. The great Mr. Roos would never do any such thing. But would it be so far-fetched if he was after Troupe Grammarly's secret tricks? Makes for a pretty compelling motive to take the notebook. In any case, we better focus on doing something about this contract for now. Trucy signed it in her dressing room, right? We better do a little more investigating there. I'm so sorry to put the two of you through all of this. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. There's gotta be some kind of mistake. If you need me to, I'm willing to take drastic measures. With my magic. You're not planning on pulling some magical money out of there, are you? No, my magic panties are much better at making things disappear than appear. I want to know what she's planning to make disappear. Paulo, we have to do something. Anything to fix this. I agree. Let's check out the dressing room again for starters. Okay, and we should finally check out that understage passage too. The abyss. Then you'll have to go through the backstage area. Be careful down there. Are you saying you want me to... Oh. Alright. I'm going to take another quick break and then we'll head back to the dressing room. Alright, welcome back. Let's make our way back to the dressing room. April 27th, Penrose Theater dressing room. Okay, this is where Trucy signed that contract. Right, and there must have been some kind of trick that was used when she signed it. Question is, what kind of trick and how was it done? Some kind of object or tool is used, there still may be a trace of it somewhere. Like with the pen or the paper. Well, it's time to find the secret to that trick. Off gets! Let's do this. Hey, take a look at this clipboard. Who's Irish, please, ma'am? Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? Isn't this a clipboard Trucy used when she signed the contract? I think you're right. Let's give this the once over. Let's try opening the folder. This part here holds the papers in place. Could this clip have something to do with how they conned her? Ow! It bit me! Only you could get hurt by a clipboard, Athena. Okay. This screw won't budge. I don't think even your crazy strength could budge it. Crazy strength? What kind of thing is that to say to a delicate young lady? I don't see you denying it either. It's just a screw. That observation won't get you any laughs. What? Do I have to make with the funny all the time? Hey, this screw. It's different from the others. Not only that, but I think it's loose. Look, I can move it. Are you sure you should be fooling with it like that, Apollo? Whoa! It came right out! See, I tried to tell you, but would you listen? No. Hey, take a look through the hole, Athena. I think there's something back there. Wow, you're right. What is it? Looks like a screw. I guess that means this clipboard can be taken apart. But I can't loosen this one without a screwdriver. Hey, look! Back panel is loose. I think I can take it off. Got it. You're just breaking things left and right today, aren't you? Look! There's something inside! What is this black sheet of, I want to say, paper? Oh, I know. It's carbon paper. You put it between two pieces of paper and it copies what you write onto the bottom one. So when Trucy signed the contract, there was actually another contract underneath. And her signature on the top contract got copied onto the hidden contract. So that's how Trucy was conned. This is that reading Roger's doing. I just knew it. How dare he? You gotta hand that to him, though. Couldn't have been easy fooling Trucy. That girl's no slouch. Yeah, but I bet we can use this clipboard as evidence if we ever take this to trial. Whew. So, I guess that means we won't be paying that $3 million after all. Alright. Now, I do believe that's it for this place, right? So, let's head back to the stage. April 27th, Penrose Theater stage. Let's see. We should be able to get to the Understage passage from backstage. Hopefully, Bonnie unlocked the door for us like she said she would. Emma, can I ask you a question? Shh, this is the best part. She won't even look this way. Oh, what great prints! Another set of my collection. She certainly seems to enjoy her work, doesn't she? Okay, well, we'll leave her be, I guess. Back to the backstage. The door is unlocked. Thank you, Bonnie. Well, Athena, here we go. April 27th, Penrose Theater Understage. Sure is dark and dusty down here.
The Abyss, the magical underworld. Look, there's a denizen of the Abyss now. Fearsome beast with long, sharp fangs, ready to prey on unsuspecting souls.
What do you... Oh, you mean that tiny little rat over there?
No, I mean that fearsome beast over there.
I take it you don't like rodents. This ladder goes up to the ceiling. I wonder what's just above.
Apollo?
Alright, fine. I'll climb the ladder. Why does it always have to be ladders? Huh? Where am I? It's pitch black! And cramped, too!
You know what I think? I think you were in that coffin we saw backstage.
So that's where this ladder leads. But I still don't get what that coffin was for. This ladder goes up to the ceiling, so I guess it leads to one of the trapdoors on stage.
Trucy must have used this ladder when she escaped from the coffin. Why don't you climb up there and see if I'm correct? It's not so high. You'll be fine, right?
Huh? Why me?
You'd make a young lady wearing a skirt climb a ladder.
Fine, I'm going. Ah, the lights! It burns!
Ow! Are you alright?
Now confirm the ladder does indeed lead up to the stage.
Well, that tasty bit of info is definitely worth risking life and limb for.
Well done.
Thanks. Where's the rat? Is the rat not gonna show up? Okay, fine. Oh, there he is.
What's this glowy stuff? Oh, it's glow-in-the-dark tape.
Hey, this must be what I saw through that secret door in the bottom of the coffin.
But who put it here and why?
It's probably a marker of some sort, since it's so dark down here.
Sounds about right. Maybe it's meant to mark which ladder to climb. It's a stage lift for getting up to the stage. Trucy moved this one here.
I guess it used to be where that yellow tape is. How in the world did she manage to move this huge thing?
Couldn't have been easy for her. She's pretty petite. But I bet it'd be easy for you.
Just what are you implying? That's it, chump. You're looking up microaggressions later. No, thank you.
It's a stage lift for getting up to the stage. It looks like this crank lowers the platform. But Trucy said it's impossible for one person to do it alone.
That sounds like a challenge. Now I want to try it. It's probably just broken.
Or you could just take people at their word. I'm reading this room right. This must be the stage lift Trucy moved during the show. Originally, it was there where stage lift 1 is now.
I'm gonna make it big someday too, just you wait and see. What's that all about?
My guess is, it's the soulful cry of some poor assistant made to toil here in the darkness.
And who would know about the soulful cry of a bitter assistant better than you, right? You really understand the writer's feelings of despair and frustration.
Sadly, yes. Yes, I do.
You really shouldn't scribble on the walls, you know, Apollo.
Was it me?
Look at all these props. Hey, there's something in this hat.
A dove? Cards?
A juice box and some snacks.
Looks like somebody planned to have a little treat in the middle of the show. This sword is the exact same design as the meta weapon. Wait, what's this? Yeah! Ow! What are you doing? That hurts! I think I'm bleeding out. Oh, stop being such a drama queen. It's only rubber. Huh? Hey, you're right. So, this must be the sword Trucy used during the trick. After the incident, someone must have switched this rubber sword with the real one on stage. And maybe that's when they brought the rubber sword here. Hold on, Apollo. I hear voices. Quick, hide. Huh? Ow! Quit shoving! Hurry up and get down there. Yo! My arm doesn't fit that way! What the heck, Athena? Shh, look. So, it's so much work pretending to be cute and sweet. Isn't that Bonnie? Hey, Bunny, wait for me! And the ratings, Roger? What did we have to hide for, Athena? Because I heard something funny. There was something off in their voices. Oh, right. Athena's super sensitive hearing. Those lawyers are poking around, trying to stir up trouble. Should I be worried? Relax, I didn't say anything to the police, and I won't say anything to them either. You better not, or you're gonna get it. Pow! Right in the kiss out. What the? Is it just me, or does Bonnie seem kinda different from before? Apollo, shh. I'm sick and tired of this old investigation. All I want is Trucy's hand on a platter. Leave everything to me, babe. Don't forget the power of mass media. TV can accomplish anything. I'll make sure Trucy gets much worse than a guilty verdict. Oh, I can't wait to see that girl crying and begging for mercy. You really hate Trucy, don't you, Bunny? Oh, yeah. I love her. Oh, I can't stand that Trucy, right? Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. So this is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves. Hey, what the heck? If you mess this up, you're gonna really be sorry. You hear me? I'll crush you flat, like a cockroach under my foot. Oh, you cute little thing. You're so adorable when you're throwing a fit. Oh, my foot! Can't you take a joke? Come on, grab my things. We're leaving. Oh, leave the hippity hopping away, my little bum bum. What was that absolutely revolting scene all about? I guess the entertainment industry attracts all kind of eccentrics. But that conversation, it sets off every red flag in the book. You said it. I smell plot with a capital P-U. Reitens claims he was at the TV station at the time of the incident. We saw Bonnie on stage ourselves. Hey, Apollo, I have an idea. Why don't we pay Take Two TV a visit? We can check up on the ratings Roger's alibi while we're there. Sounds like a plan. We already searched here, but it never hurts taking another look around. Okay. Alright. I guess our investigation isn't over yet. I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll go to Take Two TV Studio. Alright. Welcome back. Our next stop is Take Two TV Studio. So, without further ado, let's go. Ooh. It's an interesting set. April 27th, Take Two TV Studio. Yikes! Look at this place. There's so much going on at once, it's making my head spin. Take a look at that screen, and listen to those hosts. Magical murder, live audience witnesses shocking scooting. 17-year-old magician Trucy Wright. See exclusive unedited footage of the heinous crime, complete and uncut. We can't let them broadcast that. Trucy will get tried in the court of public opinion. Well, I doubt we can stop them from airing it. We can prove her innocence in a real court of law. No matter what garbage they report on TV, we can set the record straight at the trial. Look at that logo above the screen. Scandal, Gamble, Gambit. Is that the title of the show? Yeah, haven't you ever seen it? They present scandalous rumors about celebrities. And then people bet on whether the rumors are true or not. So it's just another tasteless TV show. Looks like Trucy's their next target. Today's scandal is tragedy on stage. Did Trucy Wright cause an accident, or did she commit murder? Looks like murder is in the lead. Well, I say neither. Then we'll just have to create a third option tomorrow. In court. Yeah, and then everyone is gonna lose. No one's gonna win this bet. This must be a video production workstation of some sort. That coffee cup looks awfully familiar. Yeah, that's where Mr. Eaton's always sits. He's very hands-on, you know. You'll always find him on the set of his project. But he was here at the station during the magic show, right? Yeah, well, he had 2 shows going at once this morning. He had this regular program to oversee here, so he couldn't be at the Penrose. So you can vouch for him, that he was here at the station during the magic show? What? Like an alibi? Sure can. He was definitely here. Still, after a while, he couldn't stand being away from the Penrose, it seems. As soon as his part was over here, he took a taxi to the theater. But he apparently didn't get there until after that thing had already occurred. Sounds like he has a rock-solid alibi. A slot machine and a roulette wheel, huh? They really went all in with their gambling theme. Looks like that slot machine really works. I've always wanted to give gambling a try. It's not worth it. Besides, you're not even old enough to gamble in most states yet. That's alright. I get to experience it enough in court. Guessing whether you'll win or lose the case on any given day. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Don't worry, Apollo. I only bet on winners and haven't lost yet. Great. Excuse me. We're looking into the incident that happened at the magic show this morning.
Oh, that? Yeah, I was a cameraman for that.
Can you tell us anything about what you saw?
Bonnie was soups adorbs. Yeah.
That's not exactly what I
couldn't get enough of her. I filmed her the whole time. Got some prima footage if I do say so myself. Yeah.
I better quit before he decides to share what he intends to do with said footage. Pardon me, I know you're busy right now.
What are you guys, street?
Street? Does that mean people off the street or something? We're Trucy Wright's lawyers.
Oh, okay. Lawyers, got it. Well, what do you want?
He must be really busy. He hasn't even looked this way. We're investigating the incident that occurred at the magic show this morning. And we heard that Roger Reitens was in charge of that program.
Yeah, that's right. The guy hates magic, but the show was all his idea. Just between you and me, I think it was probably that egged him on.
Egged him on? How so?
I saw the two of them together, you know, walking along arm in arm. I bet she sweet-talked him into doing the program because she wanted to work. She hasn't been sitting very well on her own, apparently.
I see.
Oh, hey, if you're looking into the incident, I guess you'd want the show footage, right? It's on the disc in my back pocket. If you want it, go ahead and fish it out.
Wow, thank you very much. He turned out to be surprisingly helpful. Cool. I'm sure it's not going to be edited or anything. Well, I guess we got just about everything we can out of this place. Is it going to be different, or is it going to be the same? That's my concern. Yeah, I saw the shadow. I want to see the coffin being opened again. Was there another smoke screen or something? Yeah, it's weird. Huh. If Mr. Hat was on the right, then what exactly was the shadow on the left? Was it another Mr. Hat? Weird. Okay. It looks like Rayton's alibi is pretty airtight. If that's true, then who could have killed Mr. Roos? It looks like we're pretty much done here. Should we go back to the office? We can get a snack and talk over a plan of attack. Sounds good to me. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. April 27th, Write Anything Agency. What in the world? What's going on here? Oh, these stickers say repossessed. Who did this? Who's responsible for this?
Whoa now. This is a restricted area, champ. No trespassing.
Trespassing? But this is our office. You're the one who's trespassing.
Enough with the lip, boy. Don't tell me you forgot about your debt.
What are you talking about?
I'm just abiding by the contract. If the agency can't pay me, I have every right to seize his property. Am I right?
Just like that? We haven't even had a chance to take this to trial.
If you're gonna be mad, shouldn't Trucy be the one you're mad at? I told you, it serves you right for getting involved with those Grand Maries.
Why, you dirty, rotten... Mother... Humper...
1935.
For Japan, that could have been worse. Don't you know who I am?
What, you want me to repo that too? I'll take anything you want to give me as collateral.
No, it's not for you. I better be careful not to show him any important evidence. Okay. What are you gonna do with our stuff?
Sell it, of course. Every last bit of it. That's why I'm seizing everything. And I'll take this little office of yours too.
You think you could just waltz in here and do whatever you want?
Indeed I do. Unless you or Wright or whatever warehouse joker's got 3 millions ready. Better know then, because I gotta recoup my money somehow. After all, the entire program went south because of Trucy. It's called liability for compensation, and this infantile agency is the liable party.
Why, you black-hearted... Hey, Apollo, what about the crooked clipboard? It's no good. We don't have any proof that Rittens was behind it. Dawn.
You're gonna have to do better than that, folks. Looks like the famed Mr. Wright left behind nothing but incompetent noobs to run things.
No way. He was counting on Mr. Wright to be away for this plan of his? What a two-bit thug! We'll show him.
There's the sugar. That expression. It's priceless. So, how does it feel to lose the precious office your boss left you in charge of?
Girl.
No, not to rub it in or anything, but I think you should know where you stand right now.
Oh man, what now? He's repossessing the plant? These stupid stickers are all over the place!
Well, would you look at that? There's something I forgot to put a sticker on.
Hey, don't put one on me! I'm not property.
Here, have a gander.
A trial of young up and
Up-and-coming magician Trucy Wright is scheduled for tomorrow. We're here just outside the office of the suspect, hoping for an exclusive peek inside.
What? Is this live?
Apollo, look! There's a sea of reporters outside. Oh, a questionable-looking pair are peeking out the window at this very moment. Our viewers at home can see for themselves their vicious, brutal expressions. Yellow journalism at its finest.
And that's the way it is. The majority of the public already thinks Trucy is guilty. They saw the whole thing happen with their own eyes during the show's live broadcast. Everybody in the country's against you.
No way.
No office, no allies. Are you sure you still want to represent that girl?
Of course we do. We believe in her innocence.
Go ahead, think what you want. It's a free country. Just know that you'll be the biggest losers in the end. In the meantime, feel free to keep on flopping around like the dying fish you are. Now then, you gotta be out of here by tomorrow. Take in this cozy little office tonight while you still can. Hang loose, baby!
I can't believe we let Mr. Wright's office get placed under seizure. Of all the... This is just ridiculous. Look out! Clear! We don't want murderers here! Oh. Hey! If it's a fight you want, I'll take you on! Come on! Yikes! Let's get out of here before we get killed too! I can't believe this is happening! We have to do something to protect ourselves, and fast. It's Mr. Wright! Apollo? I got your messages. How is she? Is Trucy okay? She's not crying, is she? Does she have a lawyer? Mr. Wright, it's all a giant mess. Poor Trucy. And the office? Our office! Apollo? Okay, we better both take a deep breath. Wow, I see. And he's saying you have to be out by tomorrow? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I wish there was something I could have done. This is quite the mess, isn't it? Even if I left right now, I wouldn't be there in time for the trial tomorrow. I'm sorry, Apollo, but I need you to handle this for me. Of course, we can handle the defense, but the office... It's too soon to give up on that. What do you mean? The contract only addresses Trucy's liability if she causes the show to be cancelled. So you just have to prove in court tomorrow that it wasn't Trucy's fault. Hey, you're right. So everything depends on your winning that trial tomorrow. Trucy's fate, and the fate of our office. It's all riding on your shoulders, Apollo. I know. I'll be fine, right? Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I can say with absolute confidence that you'll be fine. Really? I've seen you earn victory after victory in some pretty dicey situations. And guide Athena, helping her along her way too. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy in the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. I'm fine. Everything will be fine. You can call me anytime if you feel you need to, but I'll be fine on my own, right? Yeah, I think so too. I could do this. That's the spirit. Give it your best out there, Apollo. What is it, Apollo? What are you smiling about? Who, me? It's nothing. Mr. Wright believes in me. I can't let him down. We have to win this trial, Athena. I couldn't agree more, and I'll do everything in my power to help. Our opponent tomorrow. Prosecutor Sadmati, huh? Why now of all times? Still, I don't care who it is. I can't afford to let my guard down for anyone.
O restless wandering soul of the dead.
Prosecutor Sadmati. Oh. Sorry to disturb you, but I figured I should tell you. The lead attorney's been decided. It's Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
To be continued.